I'm Tom Spencer, President and CEO of HealtheMed.
My name is Ron Mandelbaum. I'm a founder and Chief Revenue Officer of HealtheMed.
Hi, I'm Shannon Holley-Smith, BSN RN Nurse Director for HealtheMed.
My name is Dr. Dane Shipp, and I am the Chief Medical Officer of HealtheMed.
HealtheMed is the originator of a novel service called Clinic at Home.
In the United States, there are approximately 5.5 to 6 million people who are also Medicaid recipients who don't have the same access to health care that the rest of us do.
5% of the Medicaid recipients in the state of Minnesota usurp 23% of the Medicaid dollars, to the tune of about $4 billion just in the state of Minnesota alone. So that gives you a sense of the dollars at stake here, and there is an analog to that population in every state in the union, and we plan to serve them.
The majority of our clients at HealtheMed, their needs are not met by traditional telehealth because they have challenges within their home. Telehealth comes in, and that's wonderful, but they need help in their home environment, monitoring their vitals, taking their medications, needing reminders. So on top of the transportation issues they might have on a regular basis, they also have mental health issues, and they need all those reminders, and they need a support system that can assist with that.
Healthcare doesn't stop when you turn off the lights and go to bed. You need to know what happens during those, hopefully 8 hours, but it may be only 4, or it could also be 12 hours. There's a lot of data that's not being evaluated that's critical for this group of patients. And if you would like maybe more a tangible example, well, let's take a very simple example of sleep quality. How does sleep quality affect any of us, even if you don't have a chronic disease? There's no disease that sleep quality does not affect. Sleep, that's important for us to recharge. And to recharge helps us deal with the next day and whatever compliance issues or decisions we have to make. These people already have trouble with that. And if we know what happened the night before, we can help them better the next day.
With our clients who mainly have multiple comorbid conditions that they are managing, chronic conditions, at home, for them, we understand and determine a baseline, just improving so slightly and being able to have data, of which we're so excited about EarlySense and the ability to have visibility and a constant data stream of vital data. With EarlySense, you virtually have 100% with the Insight at Home product, because it's there, it's always on. Once the connection between the hub and the sensor is connected, as long as there is access to the data network, as there traditionally is, because these, once placed and installed, it really doesn't get moved. And because it's out of sight, out of mind, the client forgets about it, which is what we hope. It's virtually 100%. So it could be as much as a 50% increase in not only the adherence to a daily flow of vitals measurement, but in this case, there's continuous data points and much higher likelihood we're going to find those clinical markers and be able to have the clinicians make significant take steps and action based on that data versus what had been somewhat occasional usage of the remote patient monitoring devices we put in the home. But those small improvements are a big deal to that client, and they also can drive tremendous financial savings at the same time.
EarlySense as a system is so easy. I simply place it underneath the mattress and tell the client to sleep. I have to do nothing else. So it's very simple. I can just pull up something on my phone, show them how they were sleeping, their patterns, how long they were in bed for, what their respiratory rate was. It's very easy technology to show them, and they're usually extremely excited to see that they know how they slept last night.
One of the things we like about EarlySense is we believe that it's part of the future and not part of the present. Now, part of the present, of course, is we're putting technologies in the home that allow us to communicate in real time, heart rate, blood pressure, weight, and so on. The challenge is to get people to use those devices in a way that is regular and reliable. And for many of our clients, regular and reliable is their challenge, right? It's what we're trying to help them change. And so with a touchless sensor system, we have the opportunity now to make that much more non-threatening to these people. And in a non-threatening way now, they are collaborating with us in producing that data that's so important if we're going to measure and help them in their daily lives.
For our client population that we work with, a lot of them truly do struggle with mental health in some aspect, and a lot of them have PTSD. So at night, a lot of those terrors and anxiety come right to the forefront. And having the EarlySense technology really gives us a lot of information about how that's affecting our client and if they're having an episode that we need to monitor or better treat for. Before having EarlySense, as a nurse or any member of the care team, if we wanted to monitor somebody's respiratory rate or heart rate, we would physically have to go in, listen to their breathing, and find their heart rate on our own. This way, they can sleep through the night and we don't have to go in and bother them. This clientele that we work with, allowing them to sleep through the night is pivotal. That quality of sleep and going through all those sleep cycles really helps with their mental, emotional, and physical well-being.
One of the things that EarlySense is helping us do is really essential now for our entire country, and that is to provide access to the people that we have thought we've been allowing to access the system, and we now know they really aren't. Their new clinic is the emergency room. And everybody agrees, well, there's wonderful care when it's delivered in the emergency room. It shouldn't have to be that way. We should be managing health, not just care. We should be going upstream and not downstream to look for opportunities to improve people's lives. And in this population, they simply don't have access without HealtheMed and without EarlySense as our partner.
It's a true, core foundation and belief that we have to help others. And I think we all should be doing that, no matter what our role in life or profession.
I personally decided to become a nurse because I wanted to make every day worthwhile. If I was going to spend 8, 9, 10, 12, 16 hours away from my family and my friends for a job, I wanted at the end of the day to make a difference in someone's life, to make what I was doing and the time I was doing it matter. And this work truly does that. We're changing the world one patient at a time.
We like to refer to it as high tech with a higher touch, with the most important being the highest level of care. There's an adage that says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.